the 2023 National Youth Games is in Asaba. Let's see. Jide, this is the grassroots we've been talking about, and this is the 7th edition of the National Youth Games. What's your what is the guardian of Nigerian youth athletes across the globe? Though we've been getting reports that some states are not participating, like Kogi State. I don't know how confirmed it's because of issue that has to do with the election going on there. They might not participate. We have some states saying they're not participating in some event. But the National Youth Games, what comes to your mind?
Okay. Toby, I said Toby. Shitu, I'm sorry to ask. You know, we are journalists. We should ask ourselves questions. You said this is the 7th edition.
Yeah.
If you look back at the 6 editions that have gone by, can we name 5 athletes that were discovered at these games?
Yeah, I think if you were to ask me, I know in chess we have, I'm sure you also know that too, we have a Deborah Palm. Yeah, no, Quick Pen, a Deborah Quick Pen that was found in Abuja 2018. I think not another some also, you know, in other sports. But regardless to that, there's still...
you understand what I'm asking? You understand it now? Yeah. So we have these games. Like we know Toby's story. Toby's story was that she did not run the 100 meters hurdles as a youngster. She was just an athlete who wanted to run. It was when she got to the US that she was refined into the world champion that she has become. So if she had stayed here, most probably, we would not know who Toby Amusan is. So that's my own thinking. I'm not saying it is a waste of time and money.
Okay, what should the government do? What's missing? Because it has been the University of Ilorin. I've been part of reporting this. It has been the University of Ilorin for at least 5 times in a row or 4 times in a row. I think it actually started from in Abuja. But there's always issue about age grade, cheating, issues about people not representing the state they should, people about both buying of athletes from one way or the other. We also have using of our age grade. Some have said that they should be used an international passport. Some said it will not work because the international passport have been changed. We have the last edition was so awful, and they said this edition there will be about the biometric and all that, the NIN, all that. So, but what should the government do? I know you know what they should do to make sure that the National Youth Games gets the best of the best. Okay, we hope we could get Jide Alaka back to tell about the National Youth Games. But for those that are in for the first time, it's going to be in Asaba, and that's at the Stephen Keshi National Stadium, the same venue where we had the National Sport Festival, where the crew of PlusTV, our sporting crew, were all there. But this time around, it should be at in Asaba. It will be the first time that the Delta State, will be hosting it. And we all know that Delta State have won it 3 times in a row. We hope that they can also see. So the picture you're seeing right now is University of Ilorin field, where the pass match and all that happened there some years ago. So it has always been the University of Ilorin doing that. They've been good hosts. But when it comes to the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport, there have been several issues about age grade cheats, proper documentations, this and that. Every year they keep asking, what's your age? You're seeing people that have passed the age, they still come and compete against a younger person. All these things have been what has always not given the youth games a perfect look. And also, we know that last year wasn't one of the best when it comes to contesting. But the beauty of it is that we have all our youths across Nigeria coming together in a particular location. And this time around is going to be at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, the venue of the National Sport Festival that was held earlier this year. So that's a very beautiful venue, and I'm sure the Delta State government, very good host when it comes to these games and when it comes to sport. But we hope we can also get more following the standard. We should not have over age grade, because if you are less than 15, some said you shouldn't if you are more than 15, you shouldn't be at the youth games. Some said if you have gone there 3 times, you shouldn't be at the youth games. There have not been a standard to curtail excesses of age cheating, excesses of many things that have to do with the youth games. But we can only hope and pray that tomorrow, which I think is arrival, the game starts 22-23 and it's going to end on 30th of September. And our sport crew of the Plus Sport TV, our Plus Sport TV will be there. So we hope that we'll all be there to give you the updates of the National Youth Games. I hope we can get Jide Alaka back to tell us where the federal government needs to do to ensure we get the best of them. Okay, in our effort to get Jide Alaka back, let me also say that at the last youth game, this same youth games when it started, we have a certain chess player. We hope we can get a picture here. Deborah Quickpen is a chess player that has been doing so well. She was discovered at the youth games, Deborah Quickpen. We also have some athletes in table tennis at the youth games. Matty Cutie, who is doing so well for table tennis. We also have a lot of them that has done so well. Most especially, but where the age cheat comes most of the time, in my experience, is always athletics. How many of those running for athletics, 100 meters, 200 meters, are really under 15? And I'm sure the Ministry of Youth and Sport, now that the Ministry of Sport, we have a lot to do when it comes to athletics. And with the new minister on board, we hope that the era of age cheat when in athletics, the era, because you need to, it's obvious who a 15 years old girl or boy is when it comes to athletics. The 100-meter race, the 200-meter race, the 400-meter race, the relay races, and also football. Lagos State have been dominating when it comes to football at the games. Lagos State, Delta, and Anambra, they've been doing so well. And also Edo at the youth games. Also doing well at youth games also is Edo State when it comes to rugby. I think no other state does it better when it comes to rugby, Lagos State and Edo State. So these states, there's some states that are already known for their area of specialization. Like obviously, table tennis, it has to be Oyo State, it has to be Lagos State, and Oyo State, Lagos State. And sometimes we see in the mix of that Ondo State doing so well when it comes to table. The likes of Mati, Taiwo, these are players that the youth games have brought about them. So it's a season of where the best of the best youth game athletes start. So, and it's also a venue, that's Deborah Quickpen there. She has done so well for the youth games. We also have Matthew Cutie. Matthew Cutie is a table tennis player that has also done so well for them. So there's so much to also do and so much discovery, but there's so much to do in keeping up to the standard, keeping up to the rules. And one other thing about the youth games that we keep wondering why it has gone the way it shouldn't is the ceremonial. You see the medals coming in so late all the time. We have to wait sometimes you have to wait till like 11 o'clock in the night for a game that ended 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. To have some of these athletes get their medals. So all these things, I hope the sport minister would do so more to ensure that when it comes to ceremony, the welfare, everything should go up. But most times the welfare is staged, the contingents, they cater for the welfares, and that's on the state level. But everything that has to do with the ministry, has to do with ceremony, has to do with organization, the collation of results, all these are what I've given the youth games is not a very fantastic name. The collation of results, who's collating results, who's buying results, and all that. And that's where if we don't get that at the youth games, there's always a problem because it leads to the national sport festival. It's a wonderful experience, and we hope that our crew Plus Sport will give you the latest update when it comes to the national youth games.